What's up, everybody? What's going on? Justin here on this Tuesday before SmackDown Live. Backlash this Sunday. Just a reminder, Backlash 2018 pay-per-view is this Sunday. Hopefully, you watch on the network like I will. So this is a new episode of The List where I talk about mostly wrestling topics and whatever else I want to talk about. So I got a couple news stories to read, and then I'll respond to them and give my reaction on what I read. So the first thing I want to get into is Edge and Christian, legendary WWE tag team. So Edge and Christian have a podcast, and it's pretty good. I've listened to their podcast and their thoughts a couple times on stuff that happened in WWE. So on their podcast, they were talking about of the possibility WWE could have an off-season. First, I think this is either Edge or Christian talking, I don't know. They say, I feel like you can't do that. You can't just stop WWE and have it like a sport, like a sports league. For 3 or 4 months, it's an entertainment company. It puts on a live show every week, and it prides itself on being out there and working. First off, I'm kind of surprised by their answer that they think that, because they were on the road. I mean, we all know it's a hard life. You're on the road constantly. If you're a WWE superstar, you are really on the road non-stop. It's a really hard life. It's like a life of a rock star, but WWE superstars are on the road more than rock stars. Sometimes are on the road 5-10 years straight. 15 years straight without taking like 1 or 2 months off. And yeah, they get like 2 or 3 days off. Big deal. It's still a really rough life, traveling so much, living on the road, basically, living in hotel rooms, living out of your suitcase. Look, I had a dream when I was a teenager and a kid to become a WWE superstar. But I couldn't take it. I could not take the road schedule. You gotta be really tough. I'm not saying I didn't want it. I did, but the road schedule is really tough. And maybe I would have made it. Maybe I would have got to WWE, but that dream is over. Because I actually, over 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with heart problems. So my dreams of being a pro wrestler are over. I got to take these pills like 3 times a day. So I'm not going to be no WWE superstar because I have a heart problem. And I was born with it, I guess. And if I don't take my medication for my heart problem, I have a rapid heartbeat. It's not fun to deal with if I don't have my medication. So they go on to say, yes, the wrestlers themselves, and I'm looking up because I'm reading it off the internet on my TV screen. For the wrestlers themselves, could benefit from time off, but it's hard when you have certain guys in top angles who are relied on to draw houses and be the main events on shows, pay-per-views, live events. For the body, yeah, it would be a great idea to cycle having certain guys off, and when they come back, certain other guys off for a certain amount of time. I don't know if that is the way, but to me, you can't just stop the show for a certain amount of time. The Rated R Superstar explained how the idea seemed nice on paper, but the company has TV contracts that they got to fulfill. That is true. And they go on to say it's not easy, as that it is a completely different beast altogether than every other sports league or any other touring thing. It's not like a band and there is an album cycle. It's not like that. It's just different than that, and that's the way it's set up. And they go on to say, I don't know what the quick answer is to that. So I'm going to just comment. And by the way, Edge and Christian, in their show, the Edge and Christian show, is coming back to the WWE Network. I like that because I was a fan of their show. It was pretty damn funny. And it's something different on the network than just watching live wrestling. Just like Bruce Pritchard's podcast on the network, it's something different to watch other than just wrestling, even though it's basically wrestling talking stories about pay-per-views and big angles that WWF did, WWE did. So my thoughts on this: could there ever be an off season? Could there ever? Let me put this mouse down. Could there ever be an off season to the WWE? Would it be nice for the talent? Yes. Is it a nice thought? Like a nice thought? Like maybe some of you have thought about it before, that they should have an off season. That the talent deserves an off season because they're on the road so much and they beat up their bodies constantly, taking bumps that will definitely take a wear and tear on the body. Plus all the damn traveling, I'm sure a lot of them are like really dead tired. A lot of the time they're on the road. They're like maybe the Walking Dead zombies. But once they get out to the arena in front of the live audience, I'm sure you get jacked up and you get like a shot of adrenaline as a talent. Because I know as a fan going to WWE live shows, you get really jacked up. And you get hyped and you get excited. I'm sure it's the same way for the talent. It's like a drug. I mean, a lot of past wrestlers have said retiring, they can't do it because being in front of the live audience is almost like a drug. And I agree with that. I'm sure it is. But is it nice to think about it? Yes, they should have an off season. Is it nice to think about? Sure. But that's a fantasy land. That's not going to happen. It's a fantasy, in my opinion. Like, imagine if they took 3 months off, 5, 6 months off, and they came back. I mean, that'd be hard to do. Because if you take 6 months off, 5 months off, you only have 5, 6 months left in the year. In 6 months of, let's say WWE's in business for 6 months instead of a year. They're in business 6 months. How are you going to build Royal Rumble? How are you going to build WrestleMania? How are you going to build SummerSlam? How are you going to build Survivor Series in 6 months? Could they do it? Yes. But I don't think it will ever happen. I do not think that WWE will ever have an off season. I mean, they've been in business like, well, Vince McMahon Jr. has been in control for over 30 years. He's never had an off season for his talent. And a lot of talent don't really complain about it. If they want to complain, maybe they could get a lighter schedule in their new contract or be part-time or not. Talk to Vince about getting less dates if you can't handle the schedule. Or if you really can't handle it, well, then you shouldn't want to be a WWE superstar and you should probably quit and go to the indies. Go somewhere else. New Japan, Ring of Honor. They have lighter schedules. So I'm going to just say if there was an off season and they were gone for 5-6 months, I'm going to be honest, as a hardcore WWE fan, as a WWE guy for life, I would really miss them. I would really miss them if they were gone that long. What in the hell would I do on Monday nights for 6 months? I'd be bored out of my mind. Because watching Monday Night Raw is religion. If it's Monday, you get excited because Monday Night Raw is happening. And it's live. I can't imagine them being gone for 5-6 months. I would really miss them. I would really miss them. Would it make fans want to see WWE more, buy the network? Maybe, I don't know. But Edge and Christian don't think there'll be an off season, and I agree. I'm all for talent, getting lighter schedules and getting more days off, but if they don't want to be full-time, they probably shouldn't be in the WWE. So next story on this episode of The List, I'm going to talk about John Cena and Nikki Bella's breakup. I don't have that many thoughts on it. I don't really give a damn that they broke up. But it's still a big story, I guess. I mean, I'll just give my quick thoughts. I guess Nikki's heartbroken and John Cena's upset about it. Well, Nikki, Cena backed out. The bottom line is, I don't know if they were talking about the wedding and getting a wedding date, and Cena decided to talk about it with Nikki and decided to back out. Cena got cold feet. Didn't want to be married. If he would have got married, I guarantee you Nikki Bella would have had a baby with him and got herself pregnant by him. I mean, that's just my opinion. If they got married, Nikki Bella would have expected a child with John Cena. The guy doesn't want to be married. The guy doesn't want children. He has said that a long time. For like the past 7-8 years he was with her. He said, I'm not getting married and I'm not giving you children because I wouldn't be able to take care of the kid. Because, let's be honest, John Cena got cold feet because his career is number one in his life. Everybody knows that. I was surprised when Cena asked Nikki to marry him on the grandest stage of them all. Why did you do that at WrestleMania, John Cena, 1 year ago? Why did you do that? That was not cool to do that to Nikki. And I'm not even a Nikki Bella fan. actually like Brie Bella more because I think Nikki's a fake person. And Brie Bella's way more real. In my opinion, Brie Bella's way more attractive. So, John Cena must have felt, I guess he felt pressured because he asked Nikki to marry him at WrestleMania 33. That was a bad idea. Looking back on it now, it's really funny. So John Cena goes, he was interviewed by Entertainment Tonight again, the guy's career. He's trying to move into Hollywood and have a life and a career after WWE. I don't blame Cena for calling it off. It's better he called it off than in 1 or 2 years that he just left Nikki and divorced her. So it's better off they did not get married because then he would have really hurt Nikki. I guess Cena says they're still best friends. I doubt that. So anyways, John Cena was interviewed by Entertainment Tonight about his Transformer spin-off movie. And he was asked about Nikki Bella. John Cena says, it sucks. He says, no, there's no other way to say that. I love Nicole with all my heart, and that's that. You love her as a friend with all your heart, not as a partner for life. That's my opinion. And again, I don't blame Cena. I'm not upset at the guy. I don't hate the guy for doing what he did. It's his life. It's his career. The guy is married to his career. That is obvious. John Cena, one of the hardest working guys out there. Like him or not, WWE, charity work, promoting movies, doing new movies. John Cena is one of the hardest working guys out there. You could even say John Cena is a younger version of The Rock. A couple years younger. You seriously could say in 10 years, 5 years, John Cena might be the biggest movie star in the world and might take over The Rock as the number one guy in Hollywood. I believe The Rock is paid the most out of anybody. So, what else was I going to say about this? I can't remember. The thought I just had. Anyways. Oh, yeah. This is what I was going to say. The last movie John Cena made, Blockers. I saw it in the theaters, Blockers. It was very, very good. Very damn funny. Really good movie choice by John Cena to do that movie. It was really damn good. If you haven't seen it, and you wait for it on Blu-ray or DVD, see the movie with John Cena called Blockers. Very funny. I enjoyed it. So bottom line, John Cena and Nikki are no longer a couple, and I don't really care. But I just thought I'd give my thoughts. I'm sure a lot of people care and are upset. Nikki Bella fans, maybe John Cena fans are upset about it. I'm not upset about it. So, final topic on this episode of The List. This is just a rumor. I don't know if it's going to really happen. It's a rumor. Speculation. But what the hell? It's a story up on a wrestling site. So WWE has already started to build the next feud for Ronda Rousey in a match at SummerSlam. So it goes on to say, before I read this, I'm going to just guess that we might get Ronda Rousey against Natalya at SummerSlam, and Natalya will be the heel. I can't see Ronda ever being a heel. I can't. I think Ronda will always be cheered. And she should probably always be a babyface. So maybe it'll be Nia Jax. I don't know. Let's read this. So, on the latest edition of PWInsider.com Elite Audio, that the segment last night between Ronda, and Natalya in the ring together. It was a way to plant the seeds for a future match that would see Nia Jax against Ronda Rousey at SummerSlam later this year. When you think about it, SummerSlam is only like over 3 months away. So Nia Jax showed up. We all know what happened. Chased off Alexa. And it goes on to say, is Nia Jax the right opponent for Ronda Rousey? I don't really think so. Because I don't even know if Nia could carry Ronda. Not that Ronda needs to be carried. Obviously, she knows what she's doing. Ronda Rousey knows what she's doing. We saw that at WrestleMania. She impressed everybody. And if you were not impressed and you thought Ronda shouldn't be in wrestling and that she didn't do good, well, you're a real dumbass then. If you think Ronda Rousey does not belong in pro wrestling or in the wrestling ring, you're just dead wrong. You are dead fucking wrong if you believe that. I didn't think Ronda would do as good as she did. She really impressed me. She's, as far as I'm concerned, for me, Ronda is part of the WWE family. And she should be appreciated by fans. Because she doesn't even have to be in WWE. She already was a big star. So, I was going to say Ronda Rousey is scheduled to work against Mickie James on the upcoming UK tour. And it says, as Ronda can continue honing her skills against a veteran like Mickie James, Nia Jax has improved, but she's no Mickie James in the ring. I agree. She's also a babyface, as is Ronda Rousey. It says maybe the two paths will cross eventually, but Rousey would be better suited against someone like Mickie or Alexa Bliss. Or have Ronda against Natalya, heel Natalya. Against Ronda, have Natalya turn on her, because they're obviously friends, have her turn on her friend. And Alexa could probably have a good match with Ronda. But, I don't know, Alexa's pretty tiny. She'd probably tap out in like a minute. So there it is. Ronda Rousey is rumored to work with Nia Jax at SummerSlam. I guess I'd be okay with it for the Raw Women's title, but I don't know. I'd rather see Ronda against Asuka at SummerSlam, but I guess one of them, Ronda would have to go to SmackDown for that. I know we're not going to get Charlotte and Ronda at SummerSlam because I believe Charlotte Ronda will happen at WrestleMania 35 in the main event. So this ends this episode of the list. I talked about could WWE have an off season? I don't think so. And I talked about Nikki John Cena's breakup, and I talked about Ronda Rousey's rumored opponent for SummerSlam. Hope you enjoyed this episode of the list. Enjoy SmackDown. Have a good week and enjoy Backlash. Hopefully you will be watching.